Hi, I'm Charlotte from Charlottes Effective Therapies, and I help people get rid of stress and anxiety so they can earn the money they want to, lose the weight they need to, have the relationships and the security that they desire, and live with freedom, ease, and peace. So perhaps you have already listened to your self-hypnosis a few times, in which case, great. Let's piece it together a bit more. The more you understand consciously and combined with that subconscious work, the deeper and more natural your change will be, leading to not just one breakthrough, but many. So how does that sound? So by being more aware of your mind and its thoughts and their connections with the emotions, means you have more control over how much they can influence you. But before we delve into that, I just want to share a little bit about myself and how it is that I know how to help you. So my official title is Analytical Psychotherapist and Hypnotherapist. I have a degree in psychology with criminology as well. And I've been a therapist and a coach for over 10 years now. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I'm an expert in belief systems and the subconscious mind. It means that I know how to analyze and treat clients who come to me and say, I keep having anxiety attacks and I don't know why. Or the doctor tells me I'm suffering from stress, but I don't know why. Or I want to stop drinking, I just can't. I've tried everything, lots of different things, I just don't have the willpower. Or I want to be successful in my work or relationship, but I keep self-sabotaging and I don't know why. Or I want to build $1 million business and lifestyle, and I know I have some limiting beliefs and I've tried different things to change them, but I don't know how to make it permanent. So the I don't know why or don't know how part is my area of expertise. And let me let you into a little secret, a little big secret actually. The affirmations and all that good stuff can and does work. However, if you have a subconscious means that you're not consciously aware of it. And now, if you have a subconscious belief that is in conflict with those affirmations, those desires, then no matter how much you practice, nothing will change until you first become aware. Second, you release the connection physiologically and psychologically. And thirdly, implement new physiological and psychological beliefs. Now, that all may be mumbo jumbo to you right now. And that is an outline of the whole process that I'm going to take you through. But we're going to start with bringing the awareness, okay? And bringing the awareness will be through the self-hypnosis recordings, and I will send you different ones. But also is going to be with knowledge. So the knowledge and the combination of building the self-awareness leads to action, leads to change. Okay. So by educating you on the mind and how it operates gives knowledge. And with that knowledge and the practice of self-awareness, the next time a thought pops into your head, instead of it affecting your decisions, your actions, your thoughts, your reactions, you will actually be aware. Now, it might not change the action at the moment, but you will become aware that that's what's happening. And that's the first step. You can't change something if you don't know that there's something that needs to be changed. Does that make sense? Okay. And from there, from that awareness, then you are able to make a more conscious and more aware decision of how you want to act. Okay. Now, it's not always as easy as that, but you understand the principles, and we'll get to making it easy. So please ensure that you're somewhere that you can listen well. You won't be disturbed for the next 20 minutes or so. Be present. Use this as a practice to being present. Being present is very powerful. Once you've mastered it, it brings awareness of what is happening in your mind and body. It allows that conscious awareness to grow. So my aim in this video is to really deliver some valuable and powerful knowledge to support your self-hypnosis work. Okay, so let's begin. Everything that we do or say is based on a big and extensive tree of beliefs. Our core beliefs about the world, who we are, what we believe about other people, society, religion, culture, and what we believe that others believe about us is firmly rooted by the time that we're 7 years old. Okay? Every life experience that we have, our subconscious mind logs. That's immense. Okay, and what it will do is it will stack similar results with similar beliefs. The more experiences that are stacked with a belief, the more prominent that belief becomes. Now, the reason this becomes complicated is because we cannot consciously remember every little experience that we have. Our brain is so vast and fast that repeat experiences are logged so that we can unconsciously act, leaving us room to experience more, to be able to do things more unconsciously. Does that make sense? So, do you remember learning to read and write? Little bits, maybe, not very much. And is it so natural now that you don't even think about how you read and write? So you might remember the experience of learning to read and write, that it wasn't very nice, or it was boring, or you got shouted at, or you weren't very good at it, or that you were really good at it and you could do it really neatly. But do you remember actually taking the pencil, making the lines, making the shapes that would form letters? And the conscious effort that it took you to learn that process? Very little, if any. Okay, and now, do you even think about how to write the word how? So, beliefs about who you are and what sort of person you are also subconscious. It means that you can react to situations based on those core beliefs without any analysis. For example, if your boss asks you to take on a new role within your work, in the split second that it takes you to answer yes, no, or maybe, or decide that you don't know, your subconscious mind has already processed whether you're capable of taking on that role and how confident or not you are about it. Now, whilst your conscious mind also works through this same decision process, it may well come out with a different outcome to your subconscious mind. Now, most of the time, your subconscious mind will win out. For example, logically and consciously, you know you're capable of the role, and logically you want to say yes. It's more money, it's good for your career. However, if your core or unconscious beliefs about yourself says you're not capable, no matter how logical and rational about it you are, your subconscious mind will have far more power over your decision. And you probably will find yourself saying no when really you think it should be a yes. So just think back now to a time when you made a decision which didn't make sense logically, but for some reason it seemed like a good idea at the time, and you just said it and perhaps even later thought, why did I say that? So how do you combat that? Say affirmations, meditate, take medication. All these things are a good support, but they're treating the symptom, not the cause. So this is where I come in. Using hypnosis, meditation, relaxation skills, we can connect the conscious and the subconscious to create a gateway. And we can understand and trace those core beliefs back to their source. And once they've been released at their source, the conscious mind can then begin to process logically what happened. Because the mind is relaxed, it also means that any physiological attachments, shaking, sweating, butterflies, or joy, calm, peace, they also get released. And the neurons in the brain are no longer required, rendering those neural pathways unnecessary. At this point, a new belief can be created logically. And when the physiological attachment, the emotional attachment, is also made, which again can be reached more easily, more profoundly in relaxation or hypnosis, the brain then begins to create new neural pathways. And the more it's activated, the more it fires, the stronger it becomes. Now, this process, to start this process, can take around 72 hours. Okay, so you see the power of the self-hypnosis recording allows the logical and the physiological symptoms to happen and then be replaced. So let me explain a little bit more about self-hypnosis. Perhaps you haven't listened to the recording yet and you're a little bit unsure about it. So if you have never experienced self-hypnosis, meditation or relaxation before, typical experiences for people are a deep, profound relaxation, like something they've never experienced before or haven't experienced for a long time. Tingling sensations in the body, feeling of floating, or the feeling of just being able to let go. The sensations that normally they get, that they feel present, they know that they're here, they know that their environment, what environment is around them, but they also feel that they're somewhere else at the same time. And it's an enjoyable, relaxing experience. I have never had a client out of hundreds of clients come out of their session saying, oh God, I didn't like that. Okay, so common questions that I typically get in consultations are, how does it work? Which usually means, can I stay in control? Yes. So you can decide to bring your focus back to the present and stop listening. And that's all it would take to end it. And that's actually a good way to describe it. It's an intense concentration on one thing. And you can leave that focus and move on to something else and it will change it. Does that make sense? So let's do a small example now. So just make yourself comfortable. You don't have to be laying down or anything. Sitting's fine. You could even do it standing, but you'll have a more conscious experience if you at least sit down and just make yourself comfortable, relatively relaxed, okay? And if you can, close your eyes, although keeping them open is also fine. But again, like with the standing, you'll have a more profound experience. It'll be more of a conscious experience if you're able to close your eyes. Okay, so just closing your eyes, taking some nice deep breaths, just breathing in calm and breathing out tension. Focusing on the breath going in through your nose and out through your mouth. Becoming aware of how the breath moves around the body. Each out breath, releasing any stress, any tension in the muscles. And just becoming aware of the muscles that do take another level of relaxation as they release some tension. And continuing to focus on your breath in and out. And just finding a rhythm that is just right for you. Your own rhythm. Now place your hand on your chest, any hand. Now really focus on that hand. Can you picture it in your mind's eye? And how does it feel on your chest? Warm or cold? And just moving your awareness to your chest. How does your chest feel underneath your hand? Can you feel the weight of your hand? Can you feel the area of your chest that your hand covers? Perhaps it feels light or heavy. And just feel the chest moving under the hand. Notice whether the chest expands straight outwards towards your hand, or whether it expands outwards more to the left and the right. And notice what happens when your chest contracts. Does it feel as though your chest is getting smaller? Does it feel as though it's still expanding but in a different way? Or maybe it feels as though it moves deep towards the spine. Just continue to breathe and focus on the sensations and movements. Now notice the state of awareness or focus that you're in right now. It's very concentrated, isn't it? You know you're here in the moment and you can hear my voice and perhaps other external sounds. But your hand and your chest are the object of your experience right now, correct? Can you sense the difference between how your mind was before we started this exercise and how it is now? Perhaps you feel as though you have more clarity, or just things feel calmer, slower. Or perhaps you feel more aware, your peripheral vision expanding around you, which actually can feel energizing. So just bringing your awareness back to the here and now. And if you had your eyes closed, just gently opening them and taking in your surroundings and being fully back here, back now. Cool. Okay, so that was a state of hypnosis, or that was a state of relaxation, or that was a state of meditation, or that was a state of focus. Okay, albeit light ones. Obviously there's different levels, different depths. So what did you think of it? What did you notice about it? Let me know. Drop me a line. I would love to feed this out into my group and let other people know what to expect, that it's okay. Okay, so, and also let me know, what have you found most valuable about this video? In fact, write it down. Writing it down helps get it out of your head. It helps it make it more real. Okay, if you find that you feel you need further support or you would like to explore more deeply, you know that this is something that's really going to help you, and you want to really focus on this and perhaps have some one-to-one sessions, or you just want a little bit more guidance, maybe a bit more strategy, I can help build a plan for you. You can book a one-to-one session where I'll guide you for what is happening for you personally. So click in the link below this video to go straight to my calendar and book a time that works for you. I'm only doing these temporarily. I don't know how long for, or you know, I only have so many hours in a day. So if you're not sure, just book it, and we'll go through and take it from there. And we'll uncover any hidden problems that may be sabotaging the life you desire. We can get a lot done in an hour. So it's a free hour session. Take advantage of it, and book below. We'll create an action plan which we'll implement together so that you can get the results that you've been looking for. There obviously will be challenges along the way, and we'll address those and give you the tools to overcome them. All right, so don't hesitate. Other people that I've worked with say they leave the sessions feeling renewed, re-energized, inspired, that they get the results they desire faster and easier than they ever thought possible. All right, so with the recording, don't forget headphones. That makes it a much more profound experience. So listen to it only with headphones on. Combination of listening to it whilst you're sitting and you're not going to fall asleep, but also you can listen to it if you want to go to sleep. You can listen to it with it on in the background whilst cleaning or getting dressed, but do not listen whilst you're doing something that needs your complete concentration, such as driving or operating machinery. Okay, so I really strongly advise you to complement all of this as well, journaling. Write down your experiences after listening to the recordings, even at the end of each day. Make a note of how your awareness has built or not. Notice the thoughts that you've thought throughout the day, ones that have become aware that you've been thinking about for a long time, but you didn't realize. This is a really powerful exercise, mastering the mind and the emotions. It starts with awareness. So and writing down your experiences of the recording helps to release if there's any emotional blockages there and they're being released. It helps to just give them that extra release and piece the logic with the emotion. Okay? So please, you do not need to struggle alone. That's what I'm here for. That's what all therapists are here for. All coaches, reach out. If it's not to me, reach out to somebody. If you do want to reach out to me, I will always reach back. No question is small or stupid. Nothing is right or wrong. And if you want to get different results with your life, then you may need to step into the realm of external support. Okay, and that's okay. And, you know, doesn't always necessarily mean that it's going to be forever either. You know, when I take on a new client, the outcome that I'm looking for is for them to come in and say to me, Charlotte, I'm okay. I don't need you anymore. Okay, so with the recording, keep listening to it at least 3 times a week for at least a couple of weeks. And then get back to me. Don't just leave it at that, or it hasn't worked. It does work, and if it hasn't worked, then there's a reason. Okay, so get back to me, give me your feedback, and I will guide you onto the next stage or help you get through that stage. Okay. All right, so lastly, take a moment now to congratulate yourself. just by listening to this recording means that you have opened up another door. So well done. And this is the start of a new awareness, a new world, which I am super excited for you. Although you maybe can't see how this is going to end up as a new world, but I'm experiencing this. I know. So yeah, I'm super excited. And although you may not feel that you're out of the dark, you have just found a torch to light your way. And soon you're going to be coming to that corner that's going to take you to the light at the end of the tunnel. So keep listening to the recordings, stay in touch with me, and practice. And thank you. And if you don't want to just keep practicing and doing it on your own, then obviously, much quicker, more efficient, more deeper way is going to be reaching out to me personally. Yeah, either way, I'm here. So thank you for joining me. And I'm sure that we connect on a more personal level, if not today, another. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your successes and the results and being part of your journey. So remember, you can book a free consultation, an hour to give you a big head start in your journey, and just click below and get listening. All my best, Charlotte.